My bow tie on straight? Good? Perfect. This is my video for Mike Doman and his 40th birthday. It'll be an interview consisting of questions about Mike Doman's life and some of his friends. First question is a funny story about Mike Doman. So there's one night, me, him, and Chris Thompson went out to DC one night, and we got really, really drunk, and I think we were at a couple bars, decided we were going to try to meet ladies or something like that, and we went to a rave of all places, and nothing worked there, so we decided to head home, and when we left, we got a cab. We got the cab, me and Doman got in the back seat, and Chris got in the passenger seat. I looked at the cab driver and said, "Oh, you're my boy for picking us up." Cab driver didn't like that very much. He said, "I'm not your boy, and I don't appreciate you saying that." Doman, being hammered, said, "We're paying you so he could say whatever he wants to you." The cab driver didn't like this too much, so he stopped the cab, got out, and opened Doman's door in order to fight him. Chris then got out of his passenger side and then came on over to help out the situation. The cab driver realized that this was going to be an issue, so he ran across the street. And there happened to be two cops there in their cop cars. So Chris and the cab driver over there talking to the cops. Doman didn't want to wait for the outcome, so he wanted to go home. So he got out and got in the driver's side, getting ready to take the cab home. I realized that this might be an issue, so I got out, and before he could shut the door, I kept it open and pulled him out of the cab. I actually had saved Doman from Grand Theft Auto and DUI at the same time. Chris Thompson. What can you say about the man? Smallest dick I ever saw in a man. Kim Thompson. So Kim, before or relating to her and Chris, before Chris started dating Kim, she had only dated black men in her life. Chris, knowing this and trying to court her, tried to tell her that his mom was black. Therefore, he indeed was half black. So one night, me and Chris had gone over to Ruby Tuesdays at Pegasus Mall, and we saw an older black female there. Proceeded to take a picture. Chris had his arm around her, made it look like a family photo. The next day, he takes it to her, says, "Hey, look, here's a picture of me and my mom." She loved it, and the rest is history. Denny Doman? So Denny Doman is Mike's dad. Flew fighter jets. He very great guy. I met Denny at Mike and Marie's wedding, and the first time we started talking, I was with Singer and Tommy. Singer and Tommy knew Denny, and he looked at me and said, "So who are you?" And I go, "I'm Dave." He goes, "Are you sure?" And I laughed and said, "Yes, I am." So we laughed about that for a bit and swapped some stories. Came back to me. He goes, "Oh, so Dave, where are you from?" And I said, "I'm from Alexandria." He goes, "So you don't know your name, you don't know where you're from." So yeah, great. Starstruck in front of the man. The next day was the wedding, and the after party. There was a slideshow going on, and a picture of me showed up, and Denny laughed. He goes, "That's Dave." So we all laughed about that one, and then I slept in a stairwell. Marie, Mike's wife Marie. How'd they meet? Well, there was one night where right before we had a co-ed flag football team. One night before that, some night before that happened. We were at a bar. Mike had met Marie, was infatuated with her, and he then, even though we'd asked him several times before and he declined to be on the football team, he decided now he's going to be. But he wanted a small role. He just wanted to play special teams. Weirdo. And so he was actually very good at special teams, but he just didn't want to play anymore. Just really wanted to be on the team to be around Marie and Stalker. So there was apparently she dug it a little bit. We were at watching football after a game one time, and Mike showed up a little later. We're like, hey, so where were you? He's like, oh, me and Marie took a jog. They're both joggers. And Chris was like, oh, what happened? Don was like, we jogged about 5 miles ago. And we got some water together afterwards, talked a bit. And we talked about doing it again. And Chris said, and? Demon goes, and then I fucked her in the backseat of our car. Is that what you want to hear, Chris Thompson? So I laughed about that. Do I have any other stories? No, that's pretty much it. Well, I wish you a happy 40th birthday, buddy, and hope you have a good one. Talk to you later.